Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. First for the Timberwolves. Obi and Martin manning the back. And at the pivot, cruising in 6'11", 290-pound center. That was Randy Pekovic. Numbers right. And Toronto in the four-man position. And for Toronto, Lowry in the low end of the back. And at the 5, the fifth overall pick in the 2011 draft, a 3'6" big man out of Lithuania. Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Rudy Gay. And Johnson in the first.
Well, no team likes to have their first-round pick belong to another team. It gets worse when you're a lottery team yourself and you're trying to build your talent base up. But the Raptors number 2. Pick in this summer's draft went to one of the elite teams in Oklahoma City.
Now here's DeRozan. Back to Lowry. Has it to Johnson. Takes the 13-footer, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. Well, Clark, as you said, the Thunder got the Raptors' first selection this last year. Only the way the Raptors would have been able to hang on if they jumped up to the top 3 in the lottery.
And as bad as it might seem for the Raptors to have not had a first, I mean, it is bad. It was as good as any other time for them to not have a first-round pick because the draft wasn't deep. The Raptors have a lot of young talent already, and that they can prove it with.
And the basket good. Toronto on defense. Right now it's been Doris Burke who spoke with Rick Adams. Doris?
He told me there aren't many big men with the mobility and length of Jonas Valanciunas, and that he's a player they'll really have to account for, saying, quote, JB's still developing a skill set, but there just aren't that many people in the world of his size. If you factor in his motor, he can really impact the game. Guys, we'll see how they try to deal with it.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Lowry gets to DeRozan. Gay outside. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them in any given time. This is a trend that's catching on more and more in the NBA, and now DeMar DeRozan can be added to the list. He dips his hands in wax prior to the game, so he has a soft feel of the ball.
And here's Love for 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. This is to DeRozan. Johnson up top. He passes it to Love. Off target from 3-point range. And for DeRozan, Coach Casey wants him aggressive, attacking the basket. He needs that soft touch.
Well, DeRozan, he needs to become a better shooter, and as he does, it will make him that much more effective when he's putting up the ball on the floor and getting to the rim, which he's already so good at.
Well, the rumor started early last season, and it never went away. Eventually, it all came to a head when Rudy Gay was traded to the Raptors, ending his tenure with the Grizzlies in what was an interesting move, to say the least.
And for Rudy Gay in Toronto, not a team that's been as competitive as the Grizzlies, but possibly a better fit, perhaps, for his talents.
I think maybe because they run an up-tempo, kind of spread-the-floor type of offense. A team that didn't really have a dominant interior scorer anyway. So Gay's going to be relied on heavily by Toronto, and he's going to have to play to live up to that big contract.
More freedom to operate, too.
I think so.
Offensive rebound. And that one's good. Pekovic has got his first bucket of the night.
Well, coaches love him because of the hustle he's continually showing out on the floor. I think where you really see it most is on the offensive board.
Steve, another signature part of his game is the way he runs the pick and roll. He gets so many easy baskets that way. It's a play they should run for him as often as they can. Raptors coach Dwayne Casey is a defensive-minded coach, and he's helped the Raptors improve from a team that was the worst defense in the league prior to his arrival.
Now, here's Rubio. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's the dish to Buddy. Wallace with it, and it's Jensen picking him up. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Goes in high, and the jam by Pretty Day.
So deflating for a team, coughing up the ball, and it turns into immediate points at the other end.
And it's just as much of a boost for the team getting those easy points off the steal.
Coach Casey had the Raptors in the middle of the pack defensively in his first season. Steve, they slipped back just a little bit as the season wound out.
Well, remember they made a big personnel change trading for Rudy Gay. That can kind of change things a little bit for a team. All in all, I think Dwayne Casey has done a nice job. This year is really about kind of establishing the foundation for the future and getting better defensively, being more consistent at that end.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. He passes to Lowry. Drops in the tray. His first 3 points of the game.
They said they can shoot the three, or whether they can take the three.
He feeds it to Love. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Martin attacking. It's stolen by DeRozan. Split Toronto. DeRozan leading the
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that comes from.
Now they're starting to rub it in. What the hell? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
So it's Minnesota now. After the Raptors pick up 2. Rubio pitches to Love. Here's Buttinger. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. Buttinger's got his second best. So timeout call here. The first one for Toronto.
Yeah, we know it was a strong last season for the Timberwolves, but against the Eastern Conference, they were pretty competitive, nearly having a 500 record against teams from the East.
Raptors leading by 4. Lowry passes to Johnson with the lead pass. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Well, back in the Timberwolves, that's a marked improvement over how they've done, Steve, over the past few seasons.
Yeah, the last few years, that's easily the best winning percentage the Wolves have had against the Eastern Conference. And they won't want to take much from last season to this one, but maybe that's something at least they can carry over and try to build on.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Turioff is checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, Minnesota won 31 games last season, but only 11 of those came on the road. For a team that was battered and bruised heading out on a lengthy road trip is often a recipe for a losing streak, and that was the case for them last year. The injuries just really bogged them down.
And he takes that one up and powers it through. There it is, guys, that Olay defense. Just watching it go Clark right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Johnson can't get the chip in. Well, picking up again on the Timberwolves, road travel can be especially tough just given the geography where their home city is in relation, Steve, to the rest of the NBA.
Well, particularly in relation to the rest of the West, because there the Timberwolves are up north and kind of in the middle of the country. They have a lot of long trips, but look, there are no excuses in the NBA. Everybody's got their own adversity they've got to deal with.
Timberwolves trail by 4.
So,
To the inside. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Hey guys, let's get your take on the pistol stats for Toronto.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with a steal.
And they're getting out in transition to finding some easy points in the fast break.
Here is Turioff after the Raptors pick up 2. That's good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Now, here's Valanciunas. He dishes it to DeRozan. Outside Lowry. Back to DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. Rejected by Martin. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And Rubio kicks the button. Nice fake with the layup off the mark. Raptors in by 4. Pass to DeRozan. And he takes it down.
And this also is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
But there is a striker out here on the court that maybe possesses phenomenal ability.
Those are phenomenal guys to watch. So much fun.
Minnesota's gone 1 2 from long range in the first quarter. Rubio gets a screen from Locke. Johnson over to help. Lowry. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Here's Johnson. Johnson right side. Feeds it to Lowry. He kicks to Gay. Back to Lowry. And another basket for Toronto.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than this.
I'm going to get assist for DeMar DeRozan.
Now, here's Rubio. Still getting warmed up offensively. No one gets hit in the game for him.
Well, he won't miss many of those. Especially and they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
Well, that's
Good, man. Dude. Oh, my goodness. Give up! Give up!
Well, that's and they forced a shot clock violation.
Yeah.
Toronto calls timeout. And this one team over to Portland State focused about the strength of the game. And these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel the Gatorade. Guys, we know the drill well, all three of us drinking the Gatorade too.
Yeah, right. I mean, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during the telecast. And so it's important for us to stay hydrated all day long.
But you're always hydrated.
Yeah, I try to be, but it's usually with a combination of H2O and Gatorade.
I love Gatorade. And look at Steve, he has a Gatorade shirt on.
Yeah, he's really immersed in the Gatorade.
Yeah,
Gotta love it.
You know, after the Rudy Gay trade and Jose Calderon, Kyle Lowry said that now the Raptors were his team. While that might be debatable, he's clearly got the talent to run the team at the point guard position.
Martin with the bucket.
Oh, man, he has been their unquestioned leader offensively this quarter.
Lowry gets to DeRozan. The feed to Johnson. Takes it off the glass. Johnson has got his second bucket of the night. Back to Kyle Lowry, a good passer, also an amazing rebounder for a 6-foot-tall dog.
He's physical, doesn't mind throwing his weight around. He's confident. You can see how aggressive he is offensively. Always looking to draw contact and get to the free throw line. Boy, has there been any defense played yet in this game?
Nope, this game's been all about rapid fire offense early.
Rosen dishes to Valanciunas. Gets it to go. Valanciunas has got 6.
Well, they have a pretty good grasp of the game plan coming into this one. That's been very apparent.
And anytime a team gets a double-digit lead in the first quarter, Steve, you could be headed for blowout 6.
Now, here's Rubio.
Come on, let's go.
Outside, Martin. Here's Turion. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
That whistle got a big response from this crowd, and it is not a favorable one, let's say.
I'll tell you what, the fans can't believe that they made that call.
Valanciunas passes to Johnson. The try by Rubio. That's good. Rubio's got his second bucket.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over.
But, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to show what a strong finisher he is.
Lowry pitch to Valanciunas. And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession.
They have no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop
It
it
is
from
the
getting
Toronto
through.
ball.
That was a good job.
They touched it. I didn't touch it. He touched it.
Johnson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, it seems that Amir Johnson is the kind of player who's always in and out of the starting lineup. Never really had a chance to lock down that starting role for an extended period of time last year, but was pretty good when he did get the nod.
So Johnson hits 2 of them. And for Amir Johnson, it's pretty unbelievable, but he's approaching a decade in the NBA. The kid from Los Angeles, it just seemed like the other day, he was just coming into the league. Just 26 years of age, and here he is, almost a decade in the league. Yeah.
Drafted out of Westchester High School to Los Angeles. You wonder how it's developed into the college out there. He does seem to be coming on now the last couple of seasons.
They got themselves in front of some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yeah, it's been good. That is before, no question.
Hits it to Buddy. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 3 assists tonight. Outside Lowry. On the pass to Valanciunas. Back to Lowry. Pass to DeRozan. Turioff with the block. Now running up the court. Oh, he's good. 6 points here for Ricky Rubio.
Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away. Great to do.
Now here is Lowry. He's got 7. That misses off the back.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
My fault.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That is his first foul of the game. Right side. And again, it's Minnesota.
How about that shot? Balance and with a guy all over him.
Free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Raptors lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto. And now the second quarter, just getting set to start. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
And that first quarter was all about pace, guys, because this club really got out into transition, and that's how they built this lead.
They like to play fast, and they're doing a nice job filling the lane. Well, a front office shakeup this offseason for the Toronto sources. The Raptors spent big money to attract the executive of the year, and there was definitely some turnover as people were let go, and fresh faces were hired on.
Pocket 6. How do you know what? He's leading by 5. The drive by him. He gives it to Valanciunas. Stolen by Buddy. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris. Doris, what do you hear?
Well, Kevin, Toronto has usually been on the wrong end of free agency in the past, but DeMar DeRozan comes up and he says that Toronto quote, it's really worse. The coaching strange and fan base. They might not be getting any big free agents, but DeMar might be working on that, guys.
He certainly is. Thanks, Doris. Even with the new leadership here in Toronto, perhaps a change for the better for a team that's only made the playoffs 5 times in its 18-year history.
The new general manager is very well respected around the league. He's done a great job in Denver, and now a chance to turn this Toronto franchise around. And remember, Kevin, this is one of the best fan bases in the NBA. These fans love their team. I think this is kind of a sleeping giant.
And stolen by Pekovic. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Fast break Toronto. Always got the ball. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact. They don't shoot 2.
Lowry is a feisty, quick strong point guard, Kevin, and he's a very aggressive defender, gets a lot of steals, and then offensively, I love the way he's developed his long-range shot. That's something he couldn't do well when he first entered the league, but now he's a big-time three-point shooter.
And he's also a pretty good defender who really presses up and gets into people. He creates steals and forces turnovers, and that to me is part of what makes him special, utilizing that quickness and strength to disrupt things defensively.
Puts one up from 19. Shot no good.
Well, they'll give him that shot. He doesn't have the most reliable jump shot to do it, we know that.
Goes up and brings it in. Now he's got 10 points in the game.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. You got to get their defense in here.
Love to Schmidt. Correa. Another miss by Minnesota. Raptors in by 7. Challenges dishes to DeRozan. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. He's got 10.
Well played right there, and you can feel the momentum changing.
I think this league will continue to move upward unless something unforeseen happens.
Another miss by Minnesota.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they needed out of.
Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. It's an 11-point Raptor lead.
Well, he recognized the advantage size-wise, and he went right out of the middle. That's how you do it.
And the Timberwolves call time.
You gotta love the way that Johnson attacks around the rim, whether it's finish off the play, grab it down, block the shot. You love this no-nonsense approach to defending and finishing in the lane.
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Challenges on the double team. Begovic passes to Buddinger. To end the run. Gets the bucket. Buddinger's got 9. And Amir Johnson just to finish your mark around the rim. Shot blocker. A pretty good defender.
Yeah, he's got excellent left for a power forward, and he's put some rocks in his pockets over the years. He's become better able to hold his ground inside. Folks, that means basically he's adding some weight. That's what's happening with him here.
Buddinger goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Heading into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, man, he's got so much power.
Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the game here.
So often teams that are near the bottom of the East tend to get drawn by the Western Conference teams, and that was the story last season for the Raptors. Had some close games and even a few upsets, but out west they didn't fare very well.
Now here is Lowry. 10 points for him. And stolen by Love. There's Correa. Lowry with the block. Fast break Toronto. Here's Gay. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Rudy Gay playing very well. He has 12 points and 6 assists. You talk about being on. He's been it. Not even one missed shot so far.
Yeah, this is superhuman stuff we're seeing right now.
Well, picking up that talk again, Raptors teams out west have so many great forwards to deal with that when you try to go up against them with a stretch 4 like the Raptors have had, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, particularly rebounding and defensively. That's one of the reasons Toronto traded Bargnani to the Knicks in the offseason. They wanted to be a little better in terms of their physical, being more punishing with their post players, and having a better defensive presence.
Corey Brewer's checked in for Chase Buddinger. Lowry gets to DeRozan. Dishes it to Valanciunas. And stolen by Begovic. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Shved. Soft touch off the glass. Shved's got his first basket of the night. Toronto leading by 5. Lowry gets to DeRozan. Back to Lowry. On the arc. That's good.
Three!
Minnesota's ball. 2 for 5. 16. Correa gets the boot. He passes to Burrow. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now the dish to Gay. That's good. And now it's a 10-point Toronto lead.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's taken all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Now, here's Brewer. Now recovering. Brewer's shot is off. The Raptors have gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. Brewer with the steal.
Oh.
He feeds it to Love. He dishes it to Berea. Pekovic. Tries again. And that's collected by Gay. Toronto leading by 10. Valanciunas dishes to DeRozan. Gay passes to Valanciunas. DeRozan. Another shot. The basket drops, and he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
You know, the Wolves were just decimated by injuries last year, and it really put a snag in their season from the start. With Rubio still recovering from his ACL tear and Kevin Love missing a lot of time with his hand fracture, they were missing 2 major building blocks.
And the Timberwolves call time. And with the Wolves last year, Ricky Rubio came back and that
So should I call timeout? Should I call timeout?
Playing very few games for him, Steve, and they never really got the chance that they once seemed to have.
Lob's injury, as it devastated his team. Rubio, of course, coming off of ACL. He eventually made it back. But those are the key guys. So Rubio and Love have to be the foundation of this club. They have a lot of good shooting in the offseason. So this should be a pretty well-rounded team, but it's up to the stars, Greg.
Here's James after Rudy Gay's bucket. And Brewer kicks to Pekovic. Love. Looking to end the run. Good, it's Berea who picks up the assist. 8 points for Kevin Love.
He's found a rhythm here in this second quarter because he looks good.
Toronto calls timeout.
You know, it appeared to be another season where the Raptors would be near the bottom of the league, but while the terms rock bottom and embarrassing floated around, they made some moves and were able to go on a run to climb towards the middle of the pack.
Now here's DeRozan. 15 points in the game. Feeds to Valanciunas. Pekovic with the rebound. Pekovic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now we all know the trade for Rudy Gay, the major move coming last season for the Raptors. They were able to get a look at the playoff scenario at times. And you know, Steve, it looked like they were much more competitive down the stretch.
Yeah, this is a team that has struggled the last few years, but I think
Stop, man.
the end of the regular season gives them hope. And now it's time to start that climb, get back into the playoffs, and continue to build and become an excellent NBA franchise because they have the potential to do so.
How good for Valanciunas. Timberwolves trail by 12. Pass to Love. He kicks it to Brewer. Pass to Schwed. No good. Nice D from Valanciunas. The Raptors have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%.
It's really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they're just giving them too many looks inside.
Yeah, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. You've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out.
And stolen by Pekovic. Schwed dishes to Brewer. The shot is off.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look. He just lost his focus.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Gentlemen, Rudy Gay and Kyle Lowry came into the league together as rookies with the Memphis Grizzlies and played 2.5 years together before Lowry was traded to Houston. Now they're reunited on the Raptors. Lowry said, having Rudy coming in, it's really my brother. We hang out together. We do everything pretty much together. He's also excited about what Rudy brings to the team, saying he can create his own shot, a high flyer. He's a big shot guy. He's going to be an all-star. And guys, with Lowry setting the table, he can help make that a reality.
That friendship, such a great foundation for their success. Thanks, Doris. That's good.
played terrific basketball at both ends, and that's why this lead is totally out of control.
Really been an almost flawless game for him, Steve. No doubt about it. And, coming into the league out of Lithuania, Valanciunas, his reputation was more of a pick-and-roll big man, not the most skilled in the post, but he's starting to show some impressive moves with his back to the basket.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
Again against Williams. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Going back to Valanciunas, a good foul shooter for a 7-footer, almost 80% in his rookie season.
That's why this team values him.
Away.
He's very skilled for a big man. He can spread the floor. And then when you add in his rebounding and what seems to be a good work ethic and passion for the game, I think Valanciunas has a chance to be special.
Well, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And front power dunk.
No way, man.
Giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
And the shot is good. Correa's got his first points in this one. And there's the feed to Jackson. Kicks it to Valanciunas. That's in there. Jackson with the assist. And the Raptors lead by 14.
They've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint.
A shot by Williams, no good.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Timberwolves trail by 14. Correa with it. Lowry picks him up. Correa kicks to Love. Lets the 3 fly. Gets it to go. Love's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
That's like a layup for him. It's just wide open out there.
Gay passes to DeRozan. Brewer with the
No
steal.
way.
And now here comes Williams leading the break. Correa, no good.
I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, guys. I mean, they need his points.
Broke out the finger roll, guys. That was kind of a stylish finish.
Now here's Brewer. He's covered closely. Correa dishes to Bekovic. Gay with the block. Maybe Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves will take possession.
Great defense, bro. Great defense. All right.
So it's Minnesota now, trailing by 13. Love kicks to Bekovic. Johnson's there. 5 to shoot. There's Correa.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way. He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10
The Raptors.
consecutive points allowed in the lane.
They used to have Vince Carter for a long time.
Love gets the group. That 3 off the mark.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Gay up top. Tries it from the top of the key. That misses with contact on in. That'll do it for the first half. It's the Raptors up by 15. We'll have the start of the third quarter for you short. But first, it's the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce.
Now, presented by Sprint. Now let's go straight to the Monday Night Halftime Report. Out in Toronto, the Raptors are ahead against Minnesota. At every opportunity, they're pushing it on the break and looking to run it down the opponent's throat. Rudy Gay has simply been taking over against Minnesota. What he's been able to do from the field has been nothing short of spectacular. Only a select few players in the league can shoot the ball like that. Not the same story, though, for the Timberwolves. They'd like to forget that first half. Coach has not been happy with what he's seen out there, and they'll likely come out with major adjustments. Kevin Love playing with confidence. He's got 13 points, and on the defensive side of the floor, he's definitely been contributing with some focused defensive work. And that'll be it for us here. Thanks so much for joining me. Now it's time to head back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. We hope to see you around next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.